Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Forrester, Hope gasps to Douglas that this is the stylish surprise ever. I am so happy to see you. Looking at Thomas, she smiles, you came home. At Il Giardino, Tom gapes at Poppy and gets a away look in his eye. Sheila snaps him out of it by punishing him for discovering water, advising him to start showing how thankful he is. At Bill's table, he and Poppy go over chancing each other after 20 times. Luna comes by and Bill stands up to hail her. How's my beautiful son? Tom, watching, gets a puzzled moo on his face. At Bill's table, he jokes that his brand new son doesn't need a high president. Poppy says Luna's the stylish of both of them. Bill agrees. She raised a phenomenal youthful woman. Poppy goes on about them eventually going for regale as a family. This is a dream come true for her. Luna says, for all of us. In the kitchen, Tom assures Sheila he doesn't want trouble. He knows better than to go toe-to-toe with a strong woman like her. He's just there to do a job. He's a hard worker and will do it well. Sheila smiles as he says he tends to win people over. Sheila really appreciates him saving her life. Tom is really glad he did. They all part of the Il Giardino family and need to get on. Let me prove myself. He's a firm religionist in alternate chances and is sure she must be too, since she's had so numerous. Sheila snoots. Tom says his point is that it's no way too late to change. Once Sheila walks down, Tom peers out at Poppy, Luna, and Bill again. At their table, Poppy tells Bill, you knew in your heart she was yours. Bill nods, I did. Deacon walks over and notices Luna, who he recognizes as RJ's gal. Bill says she's also his son. Claire quips that the Spencer family just got a lot better looking. He leaves and Luna says she eventually feels whole. I know who I'm now. She feels the most predicated and connected she's ever been. Poppy says she's so happy, but looks in Tom's direction. In the main office, Douglas tells Hope they came straight from the field. Thomas says Douglas couldn't stay to see her. Hope gushes that they made her day, her month, her whole time. She tells Douglas how much she's missed him and adds, you've been missed too, Thomas. She continues, I missed you. A lot. Thomas says he missed her too. Douglas goes off for a snack and Hope muses, so Thomas tells her she looks beautiful. You always do. Hope tells him he's as handsome as ever. She admits it's been delicate since he left. Thomas hopes she understands why he'd to go. Hope says yes, but no. It really threw her, further than anyone realizes. He asks if she's okay. Hope says she's hanging in there and the line is hanging in there slightly. It's all been confusing. Thomas asks, in what way? Hope feels she hasn't been herself recently. I am just veritably glad that you and Douglas are back. At Il Giardino, Poppy wishes she'd had the courage to find Bill and tell him he'd a son. Bill says, enough, and warns no more looking back. They're going to have decades together and will just concentrate on the future. End of story. Now that they're together, no bone is going to take them down from him. In the kitchen, Tom calls Cleric over and asks, who's this Joe? Deacon says it's Bill Spencer and his new lady friend. She's got a son who works over at Forrester, and supposedly, Bill just set up out he's her father. Tom gasps, what? Deacon says, yeah. He's really ate them into the family. At Forrester, Thomas looks at one of Zen's designs for the line and says he's glad he stepped up. Hope points out that it's not the same. He could read her mind. She's been feeling veritably lost since he left. Thomas thinks she can handle anything. Hope tearfully says she's starting to misdoubt herself. She knows he was truly committed to her, and she wants him to know that meant the world to her. I've really been trying hard to bury it, and to distract myself from it, but just know you've been so missed, Thomas. She throws herself into his arms, and he holds her. At Il Giardino, Luna, Bill, and Poppy talk about participating leaves together and taking passages on the Stella Maris. Bill chirps that he'll see if the boys can join them. They decide to take their first family selfie. Bill says, "Say, Spencer selfie." Luna and Poppy do it and Tom watches with concern as they take the print. At Forrester, Hope tells Thomas how good it's to be in his arms again. She no way meant to hurt him. Thomas says she did hurt him, she turned him down doubly. It shouldn't have come as a surprise, knowing how he felt about her. Hope was recovering from a divorce and trying to dispose of the children. She wasn't ready to marry again so soon. It didn't mean that she wanted to lose him or end affects between them. "I know how rare a man like you is, your devotion, your love, for the only woman in your life." She has to wonder, why did you come back? Why now? Can we be together again? Did you come back to give us another shot? Just also, Douglas reappears, followed by Paris. Hope asks what she's doing there. Douglas says, "Mama." Paris and Hope both reply, "Yes?" Hope gawps at Paris in shock. She asks Douglas, "Why did you just call Paris Mama?" Thomas says, "Hope, there's commodity you should know." She notices the engagement ring on Paris' cutlet. Thomas says, "Paris and I are engaged. We're going to be married." Hope's eyes widen in horror. At Forrester Creations, Hope was hard at work when Brooke dropped by the design office to check on her. Looking around, Brooke joked that it was not a veritably good look that Hope was working harder than Forrester's newest superintendent. The discussion snappily turned to what Brooke believed to be her son's deceived magnet to Finn. Hope claimed that her passions went deeper than that, but she conceded that she didn't want to lose Finn's fellowship and would have to find a way to handle her passions. Brooke embraced Hope and assured Hope that she was doing the right thing. Ridge passed by the open office door and asked what was going on. He bothered that commodity might be amiss with the Hope for the unborn line. Hope assured him that wasn't the case and thanked him again for giving the line another quarter to find its footing. Ridge also asked if Brooke and Hope's grasp had commodity to do with Steffi. Hope told Ridge that she would felt lost ever since Thomas and Douglas had left. She added that her passions had also been each over the place. Ridge told Hope that if she ever wanted a man's opinion, he'd always be there for her. Hope thanked him for the offer. Ridge admitted that he did not really know all the details girding Hope and Thomas's bifurcation, but he did know one thing. "That boy loved you. Loved you veritably much," Ridge said. Hope sounded uneasy with Ridge's words. Hope explained that she had not felt ready to accept a marriage offer that she hadn't been ready for. Hope began to cry openly as she admitted that she had been floundering. Ridge asked Hope if she would reevaluate the offer. Hope replied that she was still not ready. Latterly, Hope headed to the administrative office to be alone. She sat down at the conference table and recalled Thomas formerly telling her that he was a one-woman man. A knock sounded on the door, and Hope told the person on the other side of the door to enter. When she looked up, she saw Douglas beaming astronomically in the doorway. They contended toward each other and into a grasp. Hope looked back to the door and spotted Thomas. "Hello, Hope," he said with a smile. At Il Giardino, Tom told Deacon that he wanted to make amends about the way he would surpass the day ahead. "You turned my life around. You gave me a job when I could not get the world to make eye contact with me," Tom said. Deacon assured Tom that they were okay and transferred Tom to the force closet to make a list of any cleaning inventories that were demanded. Once Tom was gone, Sheila walked over to Deacon and asked him how his newest hand was working out. Before Cleric could answer, he caught sight of Bill and Poppy entering the eatery. "He's a lot more affable than some of the guests," he lumbered. Sheila turned and spotted Bill and contended with Deacon not to make her stay on Bill's table.